Welcome back to MLG Raleigh. I'm Unbreakable, switching out for Puckett. I'm joined by my man Arctic and Quinn. Of course, we're watching the Gears of War 3 exhibition match, which I've got to say the first game was pretty epic, not to make a bad pun. Of course, we're going to be just, going next on Trenches King of the Hill. And I understand Trenches has undergone some changes since the beta.
Oh, yeah, Trenches did actually. In this map, Thrashball, we actually had the similar problems with spawn trapping during the beta, and we wanted to put more player choice into getting out of the spawn. And so the main reason we had that is because when we designed these maps, Team Deathmatch actually wasn't online internally, and so we didn't necessarily know about the spawn trapping issue because Gears of War classically is a non-respawn multiplayer. And so once Team Deathmatch came online, we had to retroactively go back and fix these maps up a little bit. So
definitely. Yeah, Deathmatch is definitely something I like to watch. It's definitely different to play as well, but without a proper spawn system, it's kind of screwy.
So one of the things I want to ask right off the bat is, with every King of the Hill, that very first hill, does it always spawn in the exact same location?
Yeah, actually it does. It spawns in the exact same location. So every map, the first hill is going to be equidistant from both teams. So straight up fair every time.
Okay, so down low on Thrashball, it spawns at the Boltok at the beginning. We're following Predator. He has the Hammer Burst. Nasher loadout, so he's going to be their long-distance player. Him and Killer just double-team Wombat right there. Can you kind of explain how King of the Hill works? Because, you know, initially in Gears of War 2, you had Annex and you had King of the Hill. The King of the Hill on Gears of War 2 was a traditional King of the Hill, and now it's kind of a merged thing. So can you kind of explain how it works now?
Yeah, we just wanted to simplify it when we were developing Gears of War 3. So instead of having two game types that were very much alike, we wanted to simplify it, call it King of the Hill, because that's what people get. A lot of people understand when they hear the name King of the Hill. And we kept the rings that move like an Annex, because we like that gameplay. And so basically what you see here with the score right now, Team Epic is winning 35-12. And when you have control over the hill, your points increment up. So the NSANs have control of the hill right now, and the score they're trying to get to is 120. And that is the score that's underneath both of the team scores, up in the upper left-hand corner. 120 is the goal to reach.
Okay. And then another thing that's a little different is that the hill is actually on a countdown timer, which we did not see in Gears of War 2. It was just it ticked up, and then it would switch. Can you kind of explain why you guys decided to do that?
Yeah, we just wanted people moving around the map, quite honestly. I mean, as you watch this right now, this is just crazy carnage all over the map instead of getting one hill in one location. As you just see that, they just traded kills right there at the Nasher. But so on board here with Jote, he's over here at the grenades, and they're basically going to try to push up there and take that hill. And because the hill moves, we get that movement a lot, and so that's why when the ring drains, it'll move again, and players have to. There's a lot of action wherever the hill is. It creates this action front.
And I've definitely seen it can be a strategy too, because sometimes you can't get up to the hill and it's got like 10 seconds left. And when you can see how much time is left on the hill, you can just plan to let them take those 10 seconds left and move out and try to get to the next location.
Yeah, exactly.
Ramen going down by Nick. Nick's going to go into the hill right now.
Nick is doing this now. I wonder if he's keeping a pump. Z-Killer, we're on with Z-Killer. He has the shotgun Lancer loadout. I'm waiting to see if one of the NSANs decides to use that retro Lancer. I think this map probably would have been one of the best ones to pick it, but I really want to see it in action, so hopefully one of those guys pulls it out that next round. He gets down by Ramanudas by that Hammer Burst.
Yeah, that hill up there especially can be pretty tough. You're going to need a lot of teamwork to get that back up there. And one of the nice things about this map in general from the beta is we tweaked a little bit of the cover up in that concessions area. So now the hill, it moved out of concessions and it's on the red goalpost over there on the left. So now, like I said, the action has to move and shift all over the map.
So Nick has the Lancer loadout right now, and one of the big-time questions everyone wants to know is how many skins are we going to see with different weapons? Is there a set number you guys have? Is it a lot? Is it a little?
It is a lot. Like seriously, you will not have any issue trying to display what kind of player you are. So you have a lot of weapon skins. So definitely do not worry about having only 3 or 4, and then you play a map and one other guy has your same skin. you should be just fine.
Gotta hate that.
Throwing board killer here. He's going to try to break this hill. Gets a break. He's going to shotgun battle. He loses there to Ramen. Noodles got taken out.
Ramen's been playing pretty hot.
Yeah,
so
he
far.
has. Yeah, he has.
They've got that mulcher there now. They're trying to really suppress the Team Epic there as they're trying to get what's left of that hill. There's 45 points left, and they're trying to bring it back. So it's right now 76 to 61.
So with the way that a competitive players think about King of the Hill, and we see this with a lot of other games. In Gears of War, the spawns for the hills move at random after that first hill. Is there a possibility to make it set in a specific order? I think that a lot of competitive players would like to know if that's a tweakable option, if that was ever considered or will be considered possibly in the future. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a dirty execution right there, taking the hill by Predator. Yeah, so is it something that we can tweak? I mean, definitely, we're always looking at trying to make our game better, so it's definitely something we can do, but it's not necessarily something we have planned right now.
So that's really good news for us because we always like to know.
Oh, look at the Predator just beating him, ripping the arm off of Wombat.
That's just unnecessary.
Look at that queen. You go on, girl. Oh, she leaves it hanging, drops it on him.
Predator going down for it, but it might have been worth it.
It was totally worth it.
Jumping on board with Nick. He's going up in a 2v1 situation right now.
You know, that's what's so great about Gears of War from other games. Just this crazy carnage. You got that execution, and look at that. You got meat shield taken there. Ramen Noodles has a meat shield up by the hill. This is just crazy carnage. Like I said, when we first started, this is insane.
Nick took full red, but was able to get out of there. Getting red again. Not able to make it up the stairs. He's going to have to wait for some help from his teammates. Looks like they're all sitting around the bottom of the steps trying to make a push up to the top.
So we saw Nick throw a smoke right there.
Yeah.
Can we kind of talk about how the smokes have changed from Gears of War 2? And we saw several different iterations of smoke grenades in Gears of War 2. You had the ragdoll, then you had the cringe where you couldn't move, and then you have the no stun. So what was taken and learned from Gears of War 2 and how has it been applied to the Gears of War 3 smokes?
Yeah, we actually decided to not do that ragdoll or try to get too cute with the smokes because we just found that players didn't like it. But you really want to know what changed with the smoke grenade is that it works. It actually conceals people, you know. You throw that smoke grenade, it instantly pops and you can't see. And when you aim that was what you call a touchdown,
oh
right?
Yeah, that's my touchdown. I mean, those were two spectacular incendiary grenades by Nay.
With a victory.
That's enough to pull it off.
Wow. That was a pretty close round there. I'm going to have to see what do you think is going to happen here, Arctic?
I don't know. I mean, if NSAN's threw that first match, threw a round, I don't know. I might see them throw another round so we can talk a little bit more.
I'm not sure
Get some
here,
things
though.
going.
Epic had that really close.
It was really close.
Do that or not.
So the nades actually switched now from incinerators to the frag grenades.
Oh, look at the double nade by BACKSTAB.
That was
a great
huge.
advantage.
Yeah, give him that advantage right at the beginning. So he has the Boltok right now. Has the Boltok seen any changes from Gears of War 2? Is it essentially the same gun?
It's similar. It's really powerful 6-shooter pistol. For those of you who don't know, it's really good at getting headshots. So the damage on it is really high, and you can actually get a headshot with a double tap. So you shoot them once in the body, next shot, their head is gone. No need to even go pick them up because they have no head anymore.
And of course, with that active reload, it's even deadlier, almost as good as a sniper. It's BACKSTAB still taking shots. Not able to get a kill yet, though.
Look at that. Yeah, they're just holding down this hill right now. Team Epic is just got broken there.
Yeah. So he has a Lancer right now. And I started to mention the frag grenades at the beginning. So I know the frag grenades definitely changed from the beta. The explosion radius is still pretty big, but the biggest change from Gears of War 2 is the tag is now a lot different. Can you kind of explain how and why you guys changed the frag grenades?
Yeah, that was definitely based on a lot of playing Gears of War 2 and the community. And it just came across as, hey, I picked up this really powerful weapon. I'm going to put it here on the ground, and I don't need to worry about it anymore. I'll go about my business, and it's eventually going to kill someone. And we just felt that that slows down gameplay as well, because it gets a little campy. You just plant something, and I don't know if I can go in there and attack that guy because there might be 5 grenades planted. Right. So we slowed it down so people could actually run by a grenade, and if they're fast enough, they could either get back in time or they'll get damaged, but it'll still do the job.
So does that apply to all grenades now?
Yeah, all grenades actually have that same timer, so it's not very quick like it was in Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2 is pretty much instant. Yeah. Look at that, they're just controlling that hill right now. NSANs are trying to bring it back with Team Epic winning 44-28.
Killa getting the revive.
So you saw Killa actually threw a melee right there. Now the melee, that's one of my pet peeves for Gears of War 2. And it was changed in the beta. I feel like it's obviously not as effective. Was that a change that was made because of the melee being kind of auto lock on when you melee, or was the new essentially melee, in my opinion, the mantle kick, did that also play a part in why the melee is so much different?
Yeah, the melee, for those of you guys don't know, in Gears of War 2, it came down as that two-piece maneuver, right? You got that shotgun, there's this guy, I'm going to run up here, I'm gonna hit him once, melee him, and what it does is it auto-centers that guy right for me to just shoot him and blast him. So it was really easy to do, not much skill involved at all. We wanted more of the gunplay and melee to be more of a last resort instead of this super overpowered offensive tactic. And that's similar to the actually the mantle kick. The mantle kick is we wanted to award the aggressor in that manner. So the key thing there is that you don't auto center over your target once you mantle kick. You actually have to line up and blast that guy. So there's skill involved with the mantle kick.
Got such a close match going on right now. Looks like the NSANs are up by about 7 points right now. Predator getting a nasty kill, rolling in. Trying to move into the hill. Looks like his teammates got it there to get it secure. Yeah,
and this is that hill that the Team Epic struggled with last time. Last round, NSANs, they had this hill on lockdown. And it's hard unless you have really good teamwork, to get up there and take that hill.
Yeah, getting up there, because it's so hard to run up that hill, especially with the stopping power. So you kind of got to get your grenades together and move up as a team.
Yeah, most definitely. And you see, in the way they've got it locked down right now, you look at Predator, he's watching one staircase, and then on the other side, you got them watching the other staircase, and that's exactly how you do it in this type of team environment.
So speaking of stopping power, Arctic, you were mentioning to me something earlier about you can evade stopping power by wall bouncing. Can you explain that?
That was a pro tip, I guess, that I was going to keep a secret. But
sorry,
that's nice.
No, I'm just joking. So the wall bounce. Ooh, nice kill by Predator. But the wall bounce is basically a way that you can avoid stopping power. So if you're getting hit with the Lancer or the Hammer Burst and you're actually on a wall where you can consistently wall bounce, you can actually move at the same speed as long as you're wall bouncing. So a lot of people don't know that. So that's, I guess, my pro tip for the day.
Sorry to ruin your pro tip there. Looks like the NSANs were able to just pull off a quick 2-0. But Epic put in a very good fight.
Yes, they did.
Got to give them credit. Looks like that's all from me, really. Appreciate the opportunity to cast with you guys.
Most definitely.
Definitely a good match. And do you have any predictions for Game 3? You think Epic can pull out one win?
No, I don't. Maybe they'll get a round. We got execution next, so it's possible they might get a few rounds, but I don't expect them to win at all.
Harsh.
Yeah, so with what we're going to do here, we talked a little bit about Griffin earlier, and Griffin is the multiplayer character that's voiced by Ice-T. So what we're going to show you here is a video that showcases off Griffin. And I want to tell you, all you guys watching, if you want to have Griffin to play with, as Wombat's doing here, you go to Facebook and you like Gears of War. You go to the Gears of War page on Facebook, you like Gears of War, and you could play as this guy right here, Ice-T. You got the shades, you got everything. And you just go out there and you got that Ice-T himself just throwing out quips.